Hey, did you know the first French fries weren't cooked in France?
Oh, yeah?
Nah, they were cooked in Greece.
Oh, that makes a little more sense.
Mm-hmm. Greece.
First and foremost, you know the name. We came to break.
All right, welcome to First and Four, the podcast for father and his firstborn, breakdown America's four biggest sports: football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. Let's get into it. With our film room segment at the beginning, we're at a very dead time as far as actual sports playing goes. We just got some baseball, but we do have some big moves in free agency. So LeBron finally to the 76ers, and then Patrick Kane, for us, it's pretty exciting, to the Blackhawks. So two significant moves. Kane is more significant, I think, than people realize. He's still a pretty good player. And two veterans who chose very different paths. They were both very accomplished, very high up as far as the greatest players in their sport. Kane chose to go back home to the Blackhawks, where he won 3 Stanley Cups?
Three. Yep.
LeBron.
2010, 2013, 2015.
Okay. Yeah, I thought 3. And then LeBron, could have gone back to Miami or Cleveland. Instead, chose to go to Philadelphia and kind of round out that starting. I mean, it's a good-looking lineup, to be honest with you.
On
now.
paper, they look really good.
They look great. You got to hope they can stay healthy. Some age there.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid's been a guy who can't stay healthy in the past. So, but yes, on paper, there's a very good-looking lineup. So they chose very different paths. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about here at the beginning, is not only these two, but then also other guys who've, late in their careers, they've been accomplished. They have experience. Do they choose to go home? Do they choose to go, to more of a almost contender and kind of push them over the top? Because it seems like that's kind of the two options for a lot of these guys. So, yeah, but I don't know. I guess first, just with the Sixers and the Hawks. So, I mentioned the Sixers. They're now right behind the Knicks as far as the odds to win the Eastern Conference. The Knicks are at plus 350. Sixers at Knicks 330. Sixers plus 330. 350. Oh my gosh. I'm going to say it again. Knicks plus 330.
Yeah. Knicks are favorites.
Yes. Oof, there we go.
Yeah. The Celtics are third.
Celtics third, yeah, plus 600.
Yeah.
So yeah, huge, just as far as the Eastern Conference goes, yeah, huge move. Sixers look pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. On paper, they look really good. And LeBron took the minimum veteran contract.
So that's the lowest he could have signed for in free agency.
Yeah. 2 years, $8 million. So $4 million per year.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to take that low of a contract. I mean, I think this was being talked about. I just didn't expect it to actually happen.
I really didn't either. I expected him to go out and still get, because in all honesty, he is still worth more than that.
Yeah.
So I 100% expected him to go out and try and get more. But yeah, I guess he finally is just wanting to settle in, be that last piece on a team and allow them to have the space to get other guys. Because what was he, 49 million a year in LA or something crazy like that at the end?
Something crazy, yeah. Yeah. He was on max contract or whatever from at some
when
point.
he signed.
Yeah. So
crazy.
Yeah. Huge pay cut. Still trying to chase Jordan, trying to get that another ring. Dad. What is he at, 4 right now?
He's at 4. He's at 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID one doesn't count.
Yeah. Yep. So 4. Still has a few more to go if he wants to get up there. Which the East is looking pretty tough now. I mean, honestly, he's got a pretty tough road.
We talk about the West with the Thunder and the Spurs. The East is a lot deeper. So talk about the Knicks, Sixers, Celtics, but then the Pistons are still there. They won the East last year.
Yeah.
The Raptors have potentially added Kawhi, still pending that trade. The Cavs, I don't know. They kind of seem like they're kind of floating in the middle, but like they're a solid team. Steve
Yeah.
Adams, James Harden still. The Heat got better. They added, well,
Heat.
maybe
They got
added
Giannis.
The Pacers
Yeah.
will have Halliburton back.
Yep.
Like the Magic were an exciting team. The Hornets were an exciting team. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's very deep.
Yeah, I would
There's
agree.
gonna be-
Yeah, it's a lot tougher to go through the East, I feel like, this next year.
Because what, with the play-in 10 teams make it over there?
10, yes, yeah, and then it gets down to 8 or whatever.
Yeah. But so like
Yeah.
that would put the line playing, not playing. So like the Magic would be that last the 10. Hornets would be out. Like just looking at the odds. It's like that's crazy.
Oh wow,
It's deep.
where do the Wizards fall in that? In the odds?
Right below the Hornets. So the
11.
yeah, for Eastern Conference winner, that's what I'm looking at. The Hornets are plus 4,000. They're the 11th team, and then the Wizards are plus 6,000.
Okay.
But like that's another exciting team, the Wizards, with Anthony Davis, Trae Young, and then Bonsa. They're all healthy, and then what? They got a center too, right?
Oh, Anthony
Bring
Davis.
in. No, but they got an actual center, so Anthony Davis can play the 4.
Oh, I don't know who they picked up.
Oh, well, they had Alex Sarr and then DeAndre Ayton. Ayton?
Oh, Ayton. Yeah.
There you go. So yes, they have 2 like actual centers. Because remember that was the whole thing with AD in LA, where he was like, traditionally, I belong at the 4. I want a center, and like they never did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. An impactful move for sure. Whereas like, if we talk about, I think Cleveland, Miami, like we're not talking about him the same way if he goes there.
Yeah, I guess from his vantage point, I guess he wants to add another ring. I think the one that we thought made the most sense was just going back to Cleveland, kind of rounding out his career there. He started there, finished there. Give the fans in Cleveland one more run, which I guess they haven't really built, a team that he could make a run with necessarily at a championship. Again, we just talked about all the Eastern Conference teams, and they're pretty stacked. Where you slot him in on the Sixers, and he becomes the veteran leader, basically, of the team, and a lot of young guys there that, can he help kind of give them the mentality what they need to win a championship?
Yeah.
I just don't know. I mean, does he have enough in the tank at that age? Again, on paper, everything looks good, but there's also only one basketball when you get on the court. So
yeah,
who's it go to?
And I don't know. And I think he is just a different, like, I don't know, like not bringing the ball, but like I almost feel like at this point he more like distributes as opposed to like he's never been the greatest shooter ever. He's not exactly what he used to be as far as, driving down into the paint. He's still decent, but like I think he's awesome there just to like distribute the ball around, like the vision he has. I think that'll be huge.
What do you think it does legacy wise? Does it matter either way? Like if they don't win a championship,
I think it
does it
maybe depends on how much he plays. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it'll be interesting. I don't know if at some point like there is an age cliff with LeBron, like if he does really start to lose it at some point where he does become more of like a role player type of a guy as far as like the minutes go. I don't know. That's a good question. I think the way they're being talked about right now, it's almost you gotta make it to a finals at some like he signed for 2 years, which is interesting. The second year's player option, but yeah, I don't know. I almost feel like you do got to make it to the finals once.
I feel like he does. I mean, I don't know. Again, I feel like 4 rings. Jordan was 6. He's always constantly compared to him. This is another. Hey, I'm going to try and go somewhere and try and win a championship. If he doesn't, to me, that kind of hurts him a little bit on the legacy side.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the championship side is like that's exactly why Shams reported early on he was going to the East because
Yeah.
he's not going to go to the West and have to go through the Thunder or the Spurs to get there in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
he's not doing
Yeah.
that. So that's why the East made more sense. So yeah, I think you're right. I think he does got to make it to one. You know, if this is going to be something that bumps up his legacy, I think if he doesn't, it's like, okay, you were obviously chasing the championship. You didn't get there when you could have just gone home to Cleveland.
Yeah. I would agree. It would have been kind of the farewell tour for him
It would
going
have
to
been, yeah.
Cleveland.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So yeah,
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. There'll be a team to watch for sure, and yeah, it'll be interesting to watch the Philadelphia fans as well. I think.
Yeah.
I'm getting into it.
Yeah, they can be tough fan group too. So it's interesting too to see like the fan bases. I mean, there are a lot of the LeBron haters out there, obviously across the league. If he's not on your team, you're probably not
Not a huge fan
really
of him.
that interested in him. Yeah,
No.
but you know, he lands on your team, and all of a sudden you gotta find something you like about him.
Right. Nope.
So
You're exactly
I'm sure
right.
I'm sure they're excited right now in Philly, but
Yeah.
we'll see when the season rolls around and the playoffs come. What kind of team do they have put together?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Well, you know, on that same note, I mentioned Patrick Kane going back to the Blackhawks, the other, you know, big kind of veteran guy who chose a spot, the 3 Stanley Cups, but he is still a very valuable piece. His last 25 games in Detroit with the Red Wings last year, he scored 28 points. So like,
yeah,
he's still a guy. It was him and DeBrincat, like kind of keeping that team afloat.
yeah,
So like, as much as the nostalgia, the like, wow, it's awesome to have this guy back. Like, he's still a good player.
yeah.
So him paired with Bedard, which we did talk about that deal last week. It was like the day we recorded.
We were the first to break it. Remember, we were the ones
Kane.
that actually said. Well, Kane, yeah, I guess Bedard.
Yeah.
You're talking about his deal. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Kane.
we
were
broke
first
the news
that's
on
right.
Patrick
We
Kane.
did break the news.
You heard it here first.
A couple days early. We knew we had the inside.
We were
inside
first to
knowledge.
report on that one.
Well, yes. We knew it.
Yeah,
We reported
insiders.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But yes, him and Bedard, who will be back. It sounds like about 10 games in, something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, it'll just be exciting. It's an exciting time, I think, for the Blackhawks. Finally, I think they can be in the playoff mix. Finally, it's been a while. It's been a long rebuild. Been
Yep.
like 8 years at least.
been a long time since they've been relevant. Yeah,
Yeah, it really has. So that'll be exciting for sure. Whenever, actually, I'll probably get to watch them more. Right? They won't be blacked out for me. Ooh, we might have lost him. All right, it might just be me. We did. He's in a hotel room, and the internet was given out when we were getting ready to. See if he's here. I'm gonna kick him, and then he'll come back. Where's he at? People. Move. Oh, we don't want to do that. He won't be able to come back. All right, maybe he'll be back in a second. Well, anyway, the Blackhawks are finally exciting for the first time in a long time. And I, for one, am very excited to actually get to watch competitive hockey. I think I'll actually get them. Being in Nebraska, they're always blacked out here. We're close enough to Chicago where we don't get to watch them very often. But hopefully I get to actually watch them. And that'll be great. All right, let's see if we can get that back on here. So yes, what we were going to do, and hopefully when he gets back on, was talk about, okay, this is two veterans who did something very different. LeBron like we said, went kind of ring chasing. Kane went back home, and improved his team. I think they're going to be at least exciting. He's got some time left. He's still a good player. So, what players have done the go back home thing? What players have done the I want to go win thing? And kind of break it down, maybe sport by sport. See what kinds of guys we can come up with who have done both things. He's still not back. This is exciting, guys. Very exciting. All right, well, I'll just start talking myself then, and then he can give his thoughts when he's back. All right, well, when you think of the NFL, you think Tom Brady, first of all, right? He went, immediately won a Super Bowl with, back.
I'm back. Sorry.
There he
As
is.
you can tell, I'm
All
traveling.
right, we got him back. We're going to talk about, yes.
Yeah. You hear me all right?
I do hear you.
Okay. Sorry,
perfect.
where were we at?
All right, we're gonna get into our players that we came up with.
Okay.
Those veterans that moved on. So I was just talking about Tom Brady. Went immediately to the Buccaneers, won a Super Bowl right away. First season there, right? Yeah. So that's huge, right? Like he's a guy who went off, and he didn't go back home or anything, and he did almost, I guess, almost more the LeBron thing, where I don't know. It's almost somewhere in between. It wasn't quite to that level where the Buccaneers, like, they needed a quarterback. They were missing that piece.
Yeah.
But like he didn't have ties to that team. And I think I remember at that time it was like he almost had something to prove. Right? Like, can he do it without Belichick? Well,
Yep.
he could. He went and did it
Yeah,
right
he
away.
did.
Won a Super Bowl. So that's one that definitely comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the most recent ones, right? And there's been a few of them.
Yeah.
I mean, between him, Peyton Manning kind of did the same thing, going to the Broncos. Yeah.
One of the Broncos, which I wouldn't say he was exactly the reason the Broncos won that Super Bowl, but
no,
he was still a decent enough quarterback where he could manage the game.
Yeah, it was kind of his second act, like go somewhere else, try to win a Super Bowl. They had an outstanding defense, and it kind of finished out well for him there.
I don't feel like you don't have as much in the NFL where like a guy goes back home,
Yeah.
Because generally if a team moves on, it seems like it's done. I can't even really think of a good example.
Like coming all the way back full circle.
Like, yeah, other people on the team. No, yeah.
I feel like the NFL is kind of like they signed a 1-day contract or whatever at the end. They'll just like have their final team be
to retire, but they never really go back home.
Yeah. Once they move on, they move on.
I don't know. I don't feel like. Are there really any that like came? It was like a hey, I'm back.
Man, I'd have to really go back and think about it historically. I can't think of any.
I can't think of like a good. I'm sure we're saying this now, and then someone's going to be like, "Guys,
hey, you forgot about." Yeah. Yeah, it seems like once people move on, I mean, it does seem like a lot of the quarterbacks are the big ones that end up thinking they can play forever. Brett Favre's, they move on somewhere else. The team is kind of like, hey,
we got teams there at the end.
Yeah, went to the Jets, went to the Vikings, even Joe Montana. Like, it's weird to see him with like the Chiefs. Well, Favre, you talking about Favre?
Yeah,
the Falcons. He started at the Falcons.
Yeah,
he started at the Falcons.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and then went to the Packers.
Oh shoot! I just had another one come to mind. Crap. Who'd you say?
Joe Montana.
Oh, Montana. Yeah.
It was
And
weird
then
with him with the Chiefs.
oh, it was that, and then like shoot, Rams. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of his
Kurt
name?
Warner?
Kurt Warner,
Warner?
yeah, Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Warner on the Cardinals. That's a weird one.
Yeah. Yeah. They got to the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah. He had some good
Versus
years.
the Steelers. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. And then some of these guys just bounce around a lot. Like the Colts had a whole time where they were like retirement home for quarterbacks. The Titans have ended up with a lot of these like receivers. It seems like I don't know. Nobody really doesn't seem like goes home.
It does seem like the Colts are like the.
But then when you look at
the retirement home.
Yeah. You're really cutting it out. We're doing our best.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Well, okay, I was gonna say with the NBA, so like we talked about LeBron. But like, this isn't the first time either. He did go back to Cleveland the one time. But other guys like Kevin Durant's been all over the place. He doesn't even feel like he really has a home. Like, I guess it's the Thunder, but like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Shaq went like all over the place at the end there. But yeah, even Michael Jordan, like he returned the one time. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Shaq. Yeah, going around a little bit towards the end is kind of weird too.
Yeah. But then, who was I just saying? Jordan comes back. Like he came back the one time for the Bulls, wearing 45 at first. Retired and then came back for the Wizards, and that was like a weird like, what are we doing here? Almost.
Yeah.
As far as basketball, like that's another one where it doesn't seem like even a lot of these. It doesn't seem like guys like make their way back necessarily. Like I'm trying to think.
Yeah, Barkley was one that was kind of chasing.
These guys try to like.
Barkley was chasing rings, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and he never got one.
Yeah,
either.
I don't know. These guys almost like they try to extend their careers too long, and then by the end, no. Yeah.
Hey, keep that rolling. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check something quick.
Okay. Maybe the internet will get fixed. All right. Well, as far as basketball goes, Kawhi is actually one of those ones that he moved back to the Raptors again, potentially, hoping the trade goes there, pending that trade going through. That is like going back home to the Raptors. Brought Toronto their first NBA championship in, his season there, and now he's going to go back there potentially to like, you would think, finish out his career. Actually, I feel like Kawhi is a guy that I think is older than he actually is. He is 35. So like could potentially be his last contract, end of his playing career. Oh, back on your phone now.
Trying it.
All right. You sound a lot better. I can actually have a conversation with you now.
All right, good. Hopefully this works a little better.
You're just sideways.
Let's do that.
Okay, yeah, there you go. I was just saying, as far as guys coming back home in basketball, Kawhi is the first one in a while, I think, that like he's going back to the Raptors. That was via trade, but
yeah,
brought Toronto its first NBA championship in his season there, and then now he's going back. Potentially finish out his career. I just looked; he's 35. But again, like another one where I don't feel like quite as many people necessarily come back. I
No.
was saying, it seems like these guys try to like extend too far, and then by the time they're like too old, it's like no team necessarily wants them back. You know?
Yeah, there's not a lot of people, I guess, that come back to their teams. It's more like, do you stay with your team for a long time?
You get these weird ones at the end. Okay, well then in the MLB,
Yeah.
as far as guys being on the move, I mean, like, see, I don't know. Well, I didn't even know Babe Ruth got moved.
Well, yeah, because he was with the Red Sox.
That's right.
And then went to the Yankees, yeah. The Yankees seem like they're always the spot where free agents, when they, time comes up and they want their money. A lot of times in baseball, I feel like, yeah, you're going after money. And the thing is, I guess, baseball-wise, is like there's no cap, right? There's no salary cap. So it's like, go make all the money, go play for a team that you can just build a super team with and try and win. It's like the Dodgers now, right?
Yeah.
Like they just,
exactly.
Yeah,
another
bring
big
everybody in. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So Yankees, Dodgers, teams that can spend, bringing all the players in.
Yeah, definitely. So a little different, I'd say, in baseball with guys going to the bigger markets eventually, and then that's where they end up like that's their team at the end.
A-Rod was that way, with the Mariners first, and then left to go chase the rings in New York and money. I mean, that was a big one for him too.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, how do you rank like the importance of all those different things? Like, what is it that drives and motivates people to want to play?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it the championships? Is it money? We talked about going home or going back to kind of the place where maybe you had, like Kane, the first championships.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. With LeBron playing with friends. That seems to be one of his things. Like,
it does.
Find his people, go play with them. Location, I guess, could be one.
Yeah.
Legacy. What do you want to leave? But it seems like in baseball, a lot of it's like money. Again, you don't have a salary cap, and then championship, chasing the championships.
Well, I was just looking. I guess one current right now, Justin Verlander went back to the Tigers this year, so that's one where like he went home. That's where he spent his first 12 years. He's finishing it out there. After he went, like, the Astros won the 2 World Series, 2 Cy Youngs. So yeah, kind of chase that greatness, the money, and then back to the Tigers.
Yep. Where it all began.
What's up?
This is where it all began.
Where it all began, exactly. And then the NHL, I don't know. I mean, can you think of guys that really...
No, I mean, we talked about Kane, right? But, like, I don't know about coming back. I think about, like, Wayne Gretzky leaving the Oilers and going to the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
And Gretzky, yeah. And really kind of... Yeah, really kind of changed hockey in America as we know it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So,
so it does seem like, across the board, it is more of this. It's more similar to what LeBron did, it feels like. Looking across these sports, across these players, it felt like a very different scenario to me, because a lot of these guys we talk about changed teams like in the middle of their prime. It was like they were good, team was struggling, they go on to a new team, chase greatness. Where LeBron has already done that to an extent, and he had that chance to go home. Patrick Kane, same thing. Left the Blackhawks eventually, came back, kind of came back home, and again will be a impactful piece. And Dad's gone again, so that's awesome. But we'll see if he has any final thoughts there. But as far as what we've talked about, I do think that's really it. It's a lot of guys in their prime going to a new team, chasing greatness because the team they're on is struggling. So yeah, I don't know. it just, I think as far as the sports world goes, it would have been a lot more interesting to see LeBron back home. It would have been as far as people not necessarily being huge fans of LeBron, sometimes, including me, it would have been the coolest, like, hey, at least he went back home. Like the least annoying thing. While I got the time, I got this awesome Savannah Bananas jersey. Went to the game at Wrigley this weekend. Went to the last one, so that was a great time. They're fun. Bring some great energy into baseball. So that was a good time. Love the atmosphere there at Wrigley too. Always love being there. So that was a good time. And yeah, Mom got me this awesome jersey. Go Bananas. They did not win, but that's okay. Not what it was about. Let's see if Dad makes it back here. What time are we at? Well, I don't know. We'll see if he makes it back. I'm guessing he will. Probably the internet just crashed again. How about we'll get his final thoughts on that, changing of the teams, changing the legacies, if he has any final thoughts there. But I'll go on to my 2 minutes in the box, actually. This week, I will be putting the National League MVP race, I guess, in the box. Maybe the sports books were making the odds. Maybe that's what it is. I don't really know. Just the race in general. So Shohei Ohtani is out indefinitely as far as pitching goes, struggling, I believe, with a knee injury. So now he's just batting, and it's to a point where the odds have actually shrunk a bunch. Ohtani's still the favorite, but not by much. PCA is really creeping up there. And that's huge. Like, as a Cubs fan, I'm excited for that. To see Pete Armstrong there. So Shohei Ohtani, this is ESPN. No, I want oh, hi.
Internet's great.
Yeah, I can tell. Well, I went on to my 2 minutes, but I just wanted to ask, do you have any final thoughts on the whole switching of teams?
No, I guess it's just interesting to see two players right now kind of picking two different paths.
Definitely.
Part of me, and I don't know if LeBron's even come out and said, like, hey, this is a championship. I'm at the end here. Has he even said that's kind of like his motivation, I guess? Or what's he saying, if anything?
I don't really know. It seems like yeah, because it's the whole, I'm not ring chasing, but, totally is.
Yeah.
And, I don't even remember which, analyst was making the argument where, it's not ring chasing if you're the one creating the ring. Well, he's really not. Yes, he's still an impactful player, but he's not, he's not the guy that's doing it. Yes, maybe he put them over the top, to some extent, rounded out that lineup, but, if they go and win, it's not him necessarily,
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I just didn't love that argument. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think some good thoughts there for sure.
Yeah.
I was saying in the box this week, I'm putting kind of just the National League MVP race. That's what I'm going to say what it is. So Shohei Ohtani's out indefinitely for pitching with the knee injury he's dealing with. So the odds have shrunk a bit. Ohtani's still the favorite. I'd like to see it get even closer because it just, to me, makes no sense that Ohtani is still as much of a favorite as he is. So this is according to ESPN. I think this was actually updated this morning. So Shohei Ohtani is minus 220. Pete Armstrong's now plus 190. And then the next is James Wood at 28 to 1. So it's not even close. It's one of those two. But just watching the Cubs every day, I mean, Pete Armstrong's the reason they're still where they're at with all the pitching injuries they've had. He just is phenomenal in the outfield. I actually saw there was a stat going around about it was some kind of catch below a certain percentage of this is what you're expected. And where he ranked in the National League all time. And he was up there with these guys that are retired after 15 seasons, and he's played like 2.5.
Wow.
And so it's just like it's ridiculous. So he's a phenomenal defender. He just makes ridiculous plays almost daily. And then has just been on fire offensively. One of the best batters in the league right now. So yes, to me, the fact that this is still where it's at with Ohtani, I mean, he's a DH, and that's it. Like, he's not pitching anymore. So to me, the fact that it is still even that much of a gap is kind of ridiculous. It seems like it's evening out, but I expect that to get a lot closer. And to be quite honest, like I don't know. To me, it would make sense if Pico Armstrong becomes the favorite in the next couple weeks once people catch on. Like, it seems like the fact that Ohtani's not pitching is not super well known, which is weird because he's in LA, right? Like, I don't feel like people are talking about that.
Yeah. That's kind of
But yeah.
weird.
Anyway, that's my 2 minutes in the box. I would like to see that get closer. I would like Pico Armstrong to win NL MVP. That'd be awesome.
DCA wasn't even a starter in the All-Star game, right?
No, which was ridiculous too. I don't know
Yeah.
if I ever really talked about that, but the All-Star game is 50% fan voting, which is just ridiculous. And he's such a polarizing player, just
Yeah.
because of like the attitude he brings, his like who he is, just his personality. That like, yeah, he wasn't even a starter. Like, it's absurd. It was the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Who's the Dodgers center fielder? Ooh, that's who it was. The Dodgers had like 5 of the starters. So yeah, no, absolutely crazy. I wonder what that would be like if you were to win MVP. Like, I wonder who the last like MVPs that weren't starters. I don't know. That'd be interesting. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, anyway, that is my 2 minutes in the box.
Nice.
What do you got?
Hopefully you guys can all hear me now. I'll do my 2 minutes in the box, and hopefully it stays the whole time.
Okay.
And I'm going without notes because I can't get to those either. But the head coach at UNLV is who I'm putting in the box this week. I don't know if you've seen this yet. Did you see this guy? I cannot think of his name. Passner, I think is his name. Anyways, he basically went on and said, hey, everybody that wants to bring like a professional team to Vegas, NBA, whatever, he's like, you don't need to do that. You don't need billions of dollars to own a team. You can own the UNLV Running Rebels for like $10 to $12 million. Basically, putting it out there, like, with all this nil stuff and whatever, and that he's basically just putting it out there. Come on the UNLV Running Rebels. So for $10 to $12 million, I don't know. This is like just today it went out there, but I thought it's not even the same thing. Like, it's not like if you own in quotes, right, a college team, like there's no like resale on that, right? It's not like you're going to sell like your share of that team or sell the team to somebody later for like a bigger.
I don't know either. That's weird.
Kind of goes back to this whole NCAA Wild West, like what is actually going on.
Crazy. Huh.
Yeah. And now, so you've got teams potentially up for sale. So UNLV and their head coach, I'm putting in the box this week.
That's something. Well, good thing Nebraska took their quarterback. Oh,
they've got UNLV's quarterback?
Yeah. Calandria came from UNLV. He was like the Mountain West Player of the Year. He was something like that.
That's where Purdue got their coach.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. A couple years ago. Yeah. But yeah.
Yes. That's right. Okay. Well, we were maybe going to talk about a little bit of like some of these NFL offseason moves. Maybe we'll save that for next week or next recording, whenever that might be. If we're both in town together or have the time.
That would be helpful.
Yes, but just so we have a little more time to talk about it, since we've been all over the place. It's been a little slow today. So maybe we'll wait on that.
Okay.
Anyway, so our 2 minute in the drill, 2 minute drill. Got it mixed up with the last one. We got 3 questions today. So if you were a superstar, would you chase rings or stay loyal?
I gotta be honest. I mean, like, if it got towards the end of my career and I hadn't won, if I'd already won, there's no reason to go chase rings at that point, right? But if I hadn't, I think back to like Barkley and those guys. Like, if it doesn't look like the ownership is building anything around me, I'd probably chase. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I want to win. I want to get that championship, and I could see where guys at the end do that. As fans, we don't like it. We want them to kind of keep the loyalty,
Right.
but I could see towards the end of the career, like you want to get a ring, go get your ring.
I'd say the same thing. I think it just depends for me. Like, if I don't have one yet, sure, chase the ring. Like, you want to win at least once. But if I do, like, why wouldn't I stay with this team that's been great for me, that I've played with, that, you know, has been loyal to me? Like, why not say that? It just seems like, or you know, go back, you know, in that instance too. It just seems like more of a complete story. Seems more fun. So yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
like you kind of said, I think it does depend whether you've won or not, kind of what the scenario is.
Yeah.
Which current athlete would look the weirdest on a different team?
I guess my brain always goes to football, but I think Josh Allen to me would look really weird on a different team. But I think
Yeah.
about somebody like I just said, like that wants to win a championship. And so like here's a guy
Yeah.
who's prime of his career, struggling in Buffalo. At some point, does Josh Allen say, I just want to win one and go somewhere? But I feel like he's just a Buffalo guy. Like it just would seem really strange to see him on a different team. Even if he won it on a different team, it'd be like, hey, no, I kind of feel like I want him to win at Buffalo
Buffalo, yeah,
and have
exactly.
it. Yeah. But that's the one that came to mind for me.
I guess my mind went to Patrick Mahomes, but Josh Allen makes a lot of sense too. Mahomes is just on such a long contract that,
Yeah.
like, that and like all the success they had early on, it's like it would be really weird to see him somewhere else. I think just like the identity of that, is it a dynasty? I don't really know, but the
Yeah.
identity of that, you know, the culture, you know, the Chiefs for all these years, like it wouldn't be right. I don't know.
Yeah. That would be kind of strange.
Okay, and then we didn't get to all our NFL stuff, but we'll do this question: who's the biggest offseason winner in the NFL?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't talk through, but I would say the Rams from what I
Yeah.
gathered, right? Like, I don't know how they. It seems like the Seahawks are still going to be really good, but that NFC West is going to be a gauntlet,
It's
man.
ridiculous. Yeah.
But they've positioned themselves, I guess. The Rams have to, and they were right there this past year. So I mean, it wasn't like they were that far off. And then you had Miles Garrett. And,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
really know how you say anybody but the Rams. Like, it's just to get Miles Garrett, you know, is the biggest piece. To get Trent McDuffie too, and then took another corner from the Chiefs. That was this offseason too. Like completely refilled out the secondary. Oh, you're still there. I thought you froze. Yeah, like completely revamped the defense, the secondary especially, which was the weakness. Miles Garrett coming onto the D line, and then now potentially Aaron Donald coming back. It's like still up in the air. They're still talking about it. I'll see like a headline every few days. So yeah, I don't know how you say anybody but the Rams, because they were like, I think I almost want to say, were they the favorites before the Miles Garrett trade to win the Super Bowl? Because I don't remember, but if they weren't, it put them over the top, and it was just crazy. Did freeze. Okay, he's gone. Well, we agreed on the Rams, so that's good. All right. Well, going to from the stands. I'm trying to think. I don't feel like I have a whole lot that was sent to me this week. Let me check. But you know, hoping now that we've got more of this virtual stuff figured out, we can have some more people on with us, have some more fun. That'll be a great time. Once I go off to school here in a couple episodes, that'll be what we are full time. So it's good to kind of be practicing with it right now. But yeah, no, this has been great. Let's see. I mean, my jersey's from the stands. I already mentioned that, though. Go Bananas.
Can you hear me?
Back again? Yeah, I can hear you. I don't
Go
see
no
you, but
video
that's
for
okay.
the last bit. Yeah.
Okay.
See if this.
All right. Well, I was just talking through from the stands. I don't feel like I really have anything, but do you have anything?
Yeah, I got just a few things to cover there, and I guess
Okay.
the one thing I had was there was the Bills' new stadium. Did you see the broken table that they built into the stadium?
The broken table built in. That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So that was pretty awesome. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, John.
And then, yeah, and then I thought there was, I think it was in footy, like some type of Australian league, like football or rugby. They, I thought this was hilarious. They have like halftime entertainment, and it's streakers versus security. So they have guys with their shirts off on one side of the field, and security guards like lined up in the middle, and the guys have to try and run through and get around the security guards and get to the other side. So I thought that was pretty cool. Streakers versus security.
That's awesome.
Those are some cool things I saw. Yeah.
Yeah. And then extra innings. I feel like there's not a whole lot going on, and we probably want to try and wrap up while your internet's still good. But do you have anything for extra innings?
Two things real quick. One, Diego Pavia. Did you see this? Like he might be returning to college football, or could potentially return.
Yeah. So John sent me that too. Where like he'd have to sue the NCAA for it to happen, because like to declare for the NFL draft, you have to forfeit your college eligibility, which is the reason Brendan Sorsby isn't like automatically back, because he had to forfeit his college eligibility to declare for the supplemental draft. So he had to forfeit that, to go enter the draft. So yes, he'd have to sue to like regain his eligibility. But yeah, that would be something for sure.
Yeah, it would be something. So that was wild. And then football is back next week. Hall of Fame game on the 6th of August.
It
Panthers
is.
and Cardinals.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So one more week, basically.
And then Bears play the Browns, what, the 15th?
15th of August, yeah.
That's right. Mr. Ritter wanted to talk to us about that, didn't he?
Possibly. I said something about we should have him on for either a preview or a post view of the game. That'd be good.
Yeah. I'll have to see.
See if his internet connection is better.
I hope so. Okay. Well, then, anything else extra innings? I don't really have much. I don't think.
No, nothing here.
All right. Well, then let's wrap it there while you're still here with us. That's going to do it for this drive on First and 4. If you like today's conversation, make sure to follow, rate, and share the show. We'll be back next time, breaking down the biggest stories and our generational opinions from the 4 major sports. Until then, we'll see you for the next play.
Peace out, guys.
First and 4.